What's up, guys? Christian Van Buren here, co-founder of Ripple Effect Fatherhood. And this week, I'm excited to bring you what I'm going to call a solo segment. So those of you guys and girls and men and women who have been following us on this journey and watching our interviews that we post every Saturday, first off, we want to say thank you. And we just ask that, we hope that at least one of you has been impacted by those, but also we just ask that you continue to share the positivity, right? So, you can share it with somebody who, you think could benefit from a specific interview or something that was said, or, just share it any way you know how. But the more positivity we get out there, that's really what we're trying to do, is push as much positive dialogue and as much positive narratives as we can to the public that involves fatherhood, in order to just build a positive culture of fathers who can lean on other fathers, father figures who can lean on fathers for advice, wisdom, knowledge, whatever the case may be, as much positivity as possible. So thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. And we're just excited to be doing this. And like I said before, we just hope that it is impacting at least one person out there. So those of you guys who've been watching know that we just did a Ripple Effect recap. So this next wave of not interviews, but episodes that we're going to post on our channel, I wanted to mix it up a little bit. So this week I want to do a solo, going to be a short one for a couple reasons, right? First one is because I know y'all don't want to just hear me talk for 30 minutes, 45 minutes on fatherhood. Okay. So we're going to keep this to like 10, 15 minutes at the most, right? I don't even know how much I have to say. I really didn't even take notes, but also for those of you who are parents, right? And for those of you who aren't watching this, but are listening, I'm putting our little baby cam up to the camera because Kylan is currently taking a nap, which means I got a little bit of time to talk about something that was on my mind yesterday from a conversation that I had. So I just want to have a conversation with people out there. And as I always say, I hope it blesses somebody out there. Hope it impacts somebody. But at the very least, I just hope it makes a positive impact. I want to give a shout out to old Drill Sergeant Whitney, Sergeant First Class Whitney, Sergeant First Class Fullmighter, Drill Sergeant Fullmighter, right? And also Eloy, my barber, because I talked to all three of these people about this topic, which inspired me to make our next episode about this, which is respect, right? Let's just roll into it. No need to beat around the bush anymore, okay? But Sergeant First Class Whitney, aka Drill Sergeant Whitney, he's my NCOIC, and for those of you who are not in the military, that's basically my boss, right? And so he came into the office yesterday. He said, "Hey, Sergeant Van Buren, so let me ask you something." I was like, "All right." He asked me, "Hey, let me ask you something." He said, "Is respect earned or given?" And instantly my mind went to, hey, respect is earned, right? Like, because that's what I've heard all the time. That's what that's just in my head. You don't get respect unless you've done something to earn it, right? So he said, "Yeah, is respect earned or given?" And I said, "Respect is 100% earned, 100% earned." And so him and Drill Sergeant Fullmighter both pretty much brought this perspective to the forefront of my mind, which got me thinking. And so when we talk about respect, when it comes to the military, which is why my mind instantly went to earn, is because most of you guys know how the military works. You have a rank, and after a certain amount of time, you get a promotion, and then you get another rank, and then you rank up, right? And most corporations and businesses are run that way, where you're able to promote to the next higher level. And typically, especially in the military, with that next higher level of promotion or rank or grade comes respect, right? Respect kind of goes hand in hand with that. You get a certain level, or you expect as the individual who holds that rank, you expect a certain level of respect to be given to you from people you interact with. Because why? Because you have earned it, or you feel you have earned that respect. And I'm gonna take notes because maybe some things will come to me as we're talking, or as I'm talking, where I sound like a weirdo saying we, but it's just me on this camera. Anyway, so as respect goes, okay. When you feel like you've earned respect, it's because of a few different things, right? Certain achievements or accomplishments that you have, certain things that you've experienced, right, that have led to you getting that promotion. Whatever the case may be, we look at respect. When it comes to respect being earned, we look at it as we did something, and in return, we deserve respect. With that, it didn't make sense to me to say that respect is given without it being earned. Here's what Sergeant Whitney told me. He said, well, what if, he said, look at it from a military standpoint. What if you don't know somebody, like a brand new private, and you're a sergeant, or you're a sergeant first class, and should you still be respected? And so I said, yes, even if you haven't actually earned it, or if that person doesn't even know that you've earned it, is respect then given without being earned? Right. What I do want to get into is how it relates to fatherhood. All right. And this, like I said, we had this conversation, and I thought it'd be cool to talk about. I'm a rookie at this stuff. Full disclaimer, I'm just winging it. So first things that kind of come to my mind are what's going to be pushed out. And so with that being said, the way I related it to fatherhood was a couple things, right? So what I look at is somebody who's a father figure, or anybody who's filling the fatherhood role, right? I can't really tell you how to answer the question of whether respect is given or earned. However, the way I would answer this question for myself as a father would be to say that I want to approach the concept of respect in my life, whether I'm giving it or receiving it, as an opportunity to always look to better myself. Right? I think that when I think about respect, whether I'm giving it or receiving it, but especially if I'm receiving it, it's an opportunity for me to reflect on my abilities, my qualities, and or my achievements. Now, those three things, I looked up the definition of what respect is, right? And I'm not this is just, I just Googled it, guys. So this isn't like, don't expect me to correctly cite my sources or anything like that, okay? But I'll read it to you. So as a noun, Oxford Languages, okay, says that respect is defined as a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. And then as a verb, it says to admire someone or something deeply as a result of their abilities, qualities, or achievements. So I'm gonna repeat what I said. As a father figure, somebody who fills the fatherhood roles, I look to approach the concept of respect as an opportunity to always look to better myself. Because by definition, if someone respects me, then that means they have a feeling of deep admiration for my abilities, qualities, or achievements. And so in my case, if I'm receiving respect from my son, Kylan, or I expect to receive respect from my son, Kylan, it's not going to be because of my position as his father or my title as his father, right? And that's something that really stood out to me whenever I started to really just kind of have a one-on-one with God about, hey, how does this relate to fatherhood? How does this speak to me? And one thing that he told me was, don't expect to be respected because of your position or title, right? Instead, look at it as an opportunity to say, hey, what am I doing in my position or in my title to be deserving of respect? And so that right there really spoke to me and said, and really, and to dive into that a little bit deeper, the things that I'm doing in my position as his father, or my title as his father, shouldn't necessarily be because I want his respect. So I don't think that I should expect respect from someone else, right? I don't think at the core, I don't think that that's what or where respect as a father should come from for me. I think that respect as it relates to myself as Kylan's father should be first, the core of it should be me respecting myself. And in respecting myself means that I'm always looking for opportunities to better myself, to better my abilities, my qualities, and or my achievements, right? Because now I'm respecting myself. And if I'm always respecting myself, the way I see it is respect will always be given if I'm respecting myself. If I have enough respect for myself, then I'll always have the respect that I need. And so I don't know if I said that right. I don't know if I said that in the best way. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people who are going to watch this and listen to this that can say that better. But I think everybody can kind of see where I'm going with that. It's that when it comes to respect being given or earned, when we look at that phrase or question, I think that respect is earned, but not, I guess I would say, I wouldn't look at that side of it though. Like in my life, and especially as it relates to fatherhood, I wouldn't look at, I've earned respect. Instead, I would look at it as, I would look at the other side of it. I would place my focus. I'm aware of respect being earned, but my focus is on the respect that's given. And so when I say the respect that's given, I'm not talking about from an external source. I'm talking about internally. Are you respecting yourself? Right? How much respect do you have for yourself? Right. And so, and as the definition goes, when it comes to, if you're looking at yourself, do you have a feeling of deep admiration for yourself that is elicited by your abilities, qualities, and or achievements, right? And then as a verb, right, do you admire yourself deeply as a result, right, of your abilities, qualities, and achievements? And so the admiring part is really the verb there, like the action. You're admiring yourself, and through admiring yourself, you're acknowledging the abilities and qualities and achievements, which means that you are constantly looking for opportunities to grow and pursuing opportunities to grow. Now, it doesn't mean that you're constantly succeeding at everything, right? Because we're going to fail at things, especially as fathers. Okay. And essentially I guess that's really what I wanted to get at today, is that respecting yourself above all else, right? Having enough respect for yourself as a father, right? Or as a father figure, or anybody filling the fatherhood role. That respect internally is really what's I guess for me, I think I just answered the question for myself. I don't know if it's the right answer. So if you have a better one, like I said, put it in the comments. But I think that in giving yourself the respect that you deserve is where you earn your respect. And so that's really what spoke to me this week in conversation with a couple co-workers, my NCOIC and Drill Sergeant Fullmighter, and then obviously my barber, Eloy. Shout out to him. If any of you guys are in Taylor, Loyalties Barbershop, he's solid, does amazing work, and is great for conversation. But he also brought in the spiritual aspect of it too, because him and I talked about respect and whether it's given or earned. And really, you know, I'm not going to get too deep into this part of it, because I don't think I've given myself enough time to really talk to God about it or think about it, right? However, I do believe that God respects us, right, as his children. And that's where you get into the different levels of respect, right? You know, God respects us as his children. And then when you get even deeper into it, you realize, well, at the level that God respects me, what did I do to earn it? All right. And I'm gonna just leave that there, because that's a conversation that him and I started having, and that's like a deeper conversation to really kind of, you know, I don't speak cleanly enough to make it come out clean for people to just understand where I'm coming from. So I'm just gonna leave that there. But that respecting yourself, now, especially for my fathers, or anybody filling the fatherhood role, respecting yourself first is where your respect is earned. All right. And how do you respect yourself? You build that respect for yourself as a result of your abilities, qualities, and or achievements. And so when you look at your day to day, right, it's really just about, you know, hey, do I have that deep admiration for myself? You know, am I pursuing growth? Am I pursuing good things? Right? Like, you have to be honest with yourself about whether you respect yourself or not, and at what level you respect yourself. To kind of wrap it all up, the answer that I really got was respect is given, and I don't know if I'm backtracking, but respect is given internally first, right? And then you realized that it's also earned internally. And that's the level of respect as a father figure, anybody filling the fatherhood role, that I think that we should be concerned with before we expect any kind of external respect from our children, our youth, or anybody who looks to us as a role model, whether they be older or younger. All right, so that's all I have on the matter. Feel free to drop your wisdom into the comments. Feel free to DM us if you think I could have clarified something, or if you want to clarify something a little bit more. I'm all about receiving wisdom. I hope you guys enjoyed this short solo segment this week. As I mentioned before, we're definitely going to have some amazing, outstanding role models, fathers, and people who fill the fatherhood role in the weeks to come. And then, you know, after another, I don't know, 12, 10, however many, we'll do another ripple effect recap. And then, you know, as we kind of get more involved in the community, plan some events, we'll have that stuff on our social medias and on our channel for you guys to see. But at the end of the day, what I hope that you guys do is share this and anything else that pushes as much positivity into our world as possible, because everybody knows that's what we need right now, and that's what we've always needed. That's what we will always need. So be the change that you wish to see. All right. push the positivity, right, and become that ripple effect. Follow us on our social medias at re.fatherhood, and we will see you guys next Saturday for our next episode. As always, thank you for being here.